Strange facts that will explode your brain after hearing them. Stay with me. Hello friends, welcome to Medliyn channel. In this video I brought you some really strange facts that you have never heard before. Fact number 1. The body lines of tigers are unique like human fingerprints. That is, each of these lines is unique and not repeated. It is interesting to know that the most important feature of this animal is the dark vertical lines on its red-orange fur, which is lighter in the lower part. Fact number 2. It is interesting to know that on the planet Mars, the sunset is blue. Mars is the 4th planet in the solar system that revolves around the sun in a longer orbit and at a slower speed than the Earth. Each revolution of this planet around the sun is equivalent to 687 days and nights of the Earth, and its night and day length is slightly longer than that of the Earth. Fact number 3. If you write this sentence, "Who is the cutest?" in the Google browser in the search field, and then select the option "I'm feeling lucky" instead of the normal search, a page will open that says you are. Write the result in the comments. Fact number 4. The style of music that you like and listen to a lot is actually the same kind of view that you have towards the world. No matter how you look at the world and people, you also choose and listen to certain music and styles. So be careful in choosing the music you listen to. Fact number 5. In Japan, a train station has been established for a remote village on the way, and the train stops at this station every day at 7 a.m. to pick up a girl who has to go to the city for school. This girl has been the only passenger of this station for many years. Fact number 6. Stars also die. It's true that stars are always there in the sky, but did you know that stars can also die? When a star's core runs out of fuel, the star undergoes a type of collapse seen in the sky as a supernova. A star shines for at least part of its life due to the nuclear fusion of hydrogen into helium at its center. The energy created passes through the inner part of the star and is radiated to the surrounding outer space. Fact number 7. Traveling to the center of the Earth may be impossible for humans. Despite advances in science and technology, traveling to the center of the Earth is still a huge challenge for humans. This is due to the very high temperature of the Earth and the great pressure deep in the Earth. A trip to the center of the Earth has been mentioned in many movies, which can be a dream that man has in his head and may be done one day. Fact number 8. Seas that are not flat. Seas such as the Pacific are rarely flat. In fact, these seas create large waves known as dangerous waves by the movement of land plates and sea forces. The sea moderates the Earth's climate and plays an important role in the water cycle, carbon cycle, and nitrogen cycle. Although seafaring and exploration have been prevalent since prehistoric times, the modern scientific study of the sea is largely traced back to the voyage of the British Challenger in the 1870s. Fact number 9. An island where there is no life. A lifeless island in the Indian Ocean is one of the land islands where there is no life. This island does not exist for life due to the high intensity of sunlight and lack of water and food resources. There are a group of islands located in the Indian Ocean between the Bay of Bengal and Myanmar. Most of these islands are part of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands of India, and a few of them in the north belong to Myanmar. According to the statistics of 2001, these islands have a population of 314,084. If you liked the video so far, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next funny videos. Fact number 10. The town of Coober in Australia is known as the opal capital of the world and has many underground homes, churches, and even a hotel. as residents live mostly in dugouts to escape the scorching heat. This city we are talking about is different from all the cities you have ever seen in your life. A city that when you enter, you only see a dry and vast desert, and there are no skyscrapers and not many buildings on its surface. In fact, this city, which we know as Kuber Pedy, is a city built underground, and people prefer living underground to living in the city. It is interesting to know that the temperature of the houses that are built deep in the ground in Kuber Pedy is around 24 degrees Celsius throughout the year, and this temperature is considered a good temperature for living. It is for this reason that most of the citizens of Kuber Pedy like to have their houses built underground, and few people in Kuber Pedy build their houses on the ground. Fact number 11. The existence of wormholes, hypothetical tunnels in space-time, could potentially allow for shortcuts in space travel or even provide a means of time travel. Fact number 11. According to the theory of relativity, as the speed of an object increases, time passes slower for that object. If we travel with the speed of light by train, time passes much slower. It is like we are going around the big dungeons, and by doing this, time passes much slower. And if we travel with the speed of light for a week, we go to the next 100 years. Any moving vehicle, even your own car, can act as a time machine. Every moving object will have its own time. So when an object can move at a higher speed, the way time passes for it will be different from other objects. Fact number 12. Sudan has more pyramids than any country in the world. Not only does Sudan have more pyramids than Egypt, but the numbers aren't even close. While 138 pyramids have been discovered in Egypt, Sudan boasts around 255. Next, see if you can answer these real Jeopardy. Merv Pyramids is one of the important historical centers of Sudan, which is located next to the Nile River. The construction of these pyramids dates back to 2,700 years ago, during the 30-year dictatorship of Omar Hassan al-Bashir, who led Sudan through a long period of war and famine. The Merv Pyramids saw few international visitors and remained relatively unknown. Fact number 13. There are parts of Africa in all four hemispheres. For people whose education was largely focused on the Western world, it may be surprising to find out exactly how huge the continent of Africa is. For instance, it spans all four hemispheres and covers nearly 12 million square miles. Africa's population is the youngest among all continents. The average age in 2012 was 7.19 years, when the world average was 4.30 years. Despite its vast range of natural resources, Africa is the least wealthy continent per capita and the second least wealthy continent in terms of total wealth, after Oceania. Fact number 14. The cornea is one of only two parts of the human body without blood vessels. The cornea is the clear part of the eye that covers the pupil and other parts of the eye. Cartilage and the cornea are the only types of tissue in the human body that do not contain blood vessels, according to scientists at the Harvard Department of Ophthalmology's Shepard's Eye Research Institute. Your eye also has some other bizarre features you probably didn't know about. Fact number 15. German chocolate cake was invented in Texas. The German part of German chocolate cake comes from an American man, not a European country. Specifically, it's named after some German, who in 1852 created the formula for a mild dark baking chocolate bar for Baker's Chocolate Company, which was subsequently named Baker's German Sweet Chocolate. Fast forward to June 13, 1957. The Dallas Morning Star published the recipe for the cake, invented and submitted by a reader identified as Mrs. George. There are very strange truths and hypotheses in the world that if you follow my channel, I will tell you each and every one of them. Thank you for being with me so far in the video. I invite you to watch the video of Facts Part 1.